wonder if we're miking defensive linemen tonight because they're doing the gloating.
Yeah, they're getting all the action tonight.
Schultze's got some splaining to do.
A lot of Craig Rowe, DeQuinn Evans for the BC Lions, Victor Butler and Sean Lemon for the Argos.
Departure from last week. Ray comes out and has a strike. There's S.J. Green's first catch of the night. And into BC territory, Lion 54-yard line.
Well, not quite as spectacular as SJ's first couple catches last week, but they can't all go on
They
the
were
highlight
all
reel.
spectacular last week, weren't they? 7 for 124. It was a brilliant return to the Canadian Football League, and a year ago on this day was when he was injured, the devastating knee injury to S.J. Green. 2nd and 3, and open is Fuller, had to reach back for it, but has the catch and a first down, tagged down by Elimimian, but the chains are moving.
The Argos look like they're starting to adjust to the short ball here, but again, this is another one of those Derek Taylor extended stats. Balls thrown more than 20 yards, so basically where the target is more than 20 yards down the field. Last week, Ricky Ray had 12 of those for 328 yards, 9 completions. In 9 games that he played last year, only 28 times did he throw the ball over 20 yards.
Second read, Fenner was there to bat it away from the intended target, Fuller. It'll be 2nd and 10. Chandler Fenner in at the nickel spot in this Lion defense. So good in the preseason, they had to find a spot for him. And so they moved Purifoy to safety. Fenner to the nickel position.
Yeah, Fenner and Purifoy, a couple more of those young veterans in that BC Lions secondary. Guys that were thrown into the fire last year.
2nd and 10 out of the bunch formation. S.J. Green has the catch and a first down. Has a word or two for T.J. Lee, but it's first down Toronto at the Lion 18-yard line after a 26-yard snare.
A couple short passes on this drive perhaps open this one up. He sells the inside move to create some leverage, then breaks it back outside where he's got a little bit of room to go to work. It's been said so many times throughout Ricky Ray's career about his ability throwing towards that corner.
Approaching 7,000 career yards, and he just went past Jason Claremont on the all-time list. One of the great BC Lions of the past. Here's Ray over the middle, pitch made by Wilder, broke the tackle inside the 5.
And there you get a bit of an indication the size and strength of James Wilder.
Brandon Whitaker calls him Power Ranger, and this is why.
Kind of built like an action hero. And you see the long arm with the straight arm on a guy who doesn't get knocked off of many tackles in Solomon Elimimian.
Argos just 1 for 5 in the red zone against Hamilton. Trying to break through for their first touchdown here. Fake to Coombs, swing pass, and that's well defended. Anthony Gator, Anthony Thompson there, and Armonte Edwards taken down at the line of scrimmage and maybe a little bit behind.
Well, great recognition and reaction there from the BC Lions defense off the play action fake. Spotting Edwards coming in motion across the formation, getting downhill on him in a hurry.
7th play of the drive, 2nd and goal from the 4. Wilder and Coombs both in the backfield. Wilder releases into the corner. DeVere Posey can't make the catch against Raniel. And the field goal team has to come on.
I watched DeVere Posey in warm-up, basically making his way up and down the field, working with one of the Argo backup quarterbacks. Something very similar to this, going up and catching the ball at a high point on an outside throw. This is pretty well played by Raniel. He's watching the receiver. Basically, just as the receiver reacts to the ball, Yell doesn't look back, but he knows that's the moment he can stick his hand in there. But I'm sure one DeVere Posey would like that back.
Let one get away in the end zone last week. Iralahu from short range. 1-point game. But a big stand for that Lion defense after Ray and the Argos had something going.
A couple of big stops there. First on Armani Edwards, and then very quickly on DeVere Posey. Bend but don't break.
Reminder, the 158th Queens Flight gets underway Sunday. Coverage begins at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on TSN 1, 3, and 4, CTV, and in 4K. Broadcast brought to you by the Ontario Racing and OLG. There's a horse in the race by the name of Guy Caballero, and so on Canada Day weekend, I'm playing a hunch.
No McKenzie brothers, though?
I'll have to do more research. I haven't read the full racing form. So 10-9 the score with just over 3.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Iralahu kickoff reaches Rainey at the 16. Rainey's been contained here, makes his way to the 30. And that's where Jonathan Jennings and company will go back on offense.
Jonathan Jennings, there you see the numbers, 195 yards through the air, 28 on the ground.
Struggled here last year at BMO, just 199 on the game, but in the late stages, orchestrated a 10-play, 70-yard drive for the winning points. One of the come-of-age moments last season for one of the most exciting young players in the CFL. Double tight end formation. Fake to Johnson, a pass to the outside, and Rolly Lumbala has a catch. Just 8 all of last year for the 10-year vet, and that's his first of 2017.
Well, you know my feelings, CC. You can never get the ball to the fullback too much.
And I'm sure that's Rolly's feeling too. The throwback.
A long-serving member of these BC Lions. Drafted back in 2008.
First down up at the 41. Here comes the heat. Jennings stands in, looking for Burnham. Can't make the catch. Had a step in that battle with Rico Murray on the corner.
That was a tough catch, but based on past history, I had to put my money on Brian Burnham to make that one.
Yep.
Outstretched, got his hands on it, but unable to haul it in. Gold receiver into the boundary here. Nice out and up move. Got the defender's feet planted.
Led the league in average yards per catch last year at 17.6. Number 4 in yards with almost 1,400. Now they'll screen it. It got tipped and incomplete. Wasn't going anywhere because Bear Woods was in the vicinity.
Well, you talk on defense about that desire to run to the football. You'll see the number of blue jerseys here that are swarming and getting leverage, not just running to the ball. You saw Victor Butler get hands on that one. You see Bear Woods kind of running to that outside shoulder to make sure he's got leverage. As the Argos recognize the screen being set up there.
Ortiz Jackson back, another short punt. And that's out of bounds too, so the directional punting really giving Ty Long an issue, a penalty on the play for the illegal punt. And the old punter on the sidelines can't be happy.
Out of bounds, BC,
no question.
Number 1, 10 yards from where it went out. First down.
2014 Special Team Player of the Year, Swayze Waters watching.
Well, you'll see the reaction if you keep an eye on the punter Long. As soon as this one's off his foot, hands on his hips, head hanging down, because he knew as soon as he made contact that this one wasn't going where he wanted.
So net of 18, a 28-yard punt, a 10-yard penalty for kicking it out of bounds. And Marcelo Simmons will have a chat. The former Argo, now the special teams coach. of the Lions. Great field position at the 51 for Toronto. Here's the out to Armonte Edwards, trying to cut it back, and a good defensive play by TJ Lee.
TJ Lee, another product of the Eastern Washington CFL football factory.
And unfortunately, one of a couple of Eastern Washington guys with an Achilles injury. His was last year, and unfortunately J.C. Sherritt last week in the season opener.
I definitely get well soon. Shout out to J.C. Sherritt, one of the league's all-around good guys and great ball play.
2nd and 7, pressure on. Edwards to catch, pays for it at the Lion 50. We're going to be about a yard short of the first down. We'll see how generous the spot is, but he had to get inside the Lion 49, and it's going to be 3rd and a yard.
And Ricky Ray stands in and takes another hit to make this throw. Max Ford delivering the shot this time.
Max Ford, no relation.
No relation to this Ford. Of course, he is the son of former NFL and CFL linebacker Brian Ford.
So 3rd and a yard. Cody Fajardo and the short yardage crew are in. And a good search there by Fajardo. In behind Sean McEwen, Tyler Holmes for the first down. Corey Watman at the bottom of the pile too. Fajardo winning a job in Toronto ahead of Drew Willie.
There's the push. Fajardo, second-year man who's 2016 was also cut short due to injury.
Should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Argos on the fringe of scoring territory. Fake to Wilder, over the middle, Armonte Edwards in scoring range now, and all the way to the 5. Big play to wrap up the 3rd quarter. And when we come back, it'll be 1st and goal Toronto after a 44-yard pass and run play. Ricky Ray to Armonte Edwards. And the Argos are knocking at the door.
Iowa, till the day we die.
45 minutes in after that big play by the Argos, getting the passing yardage up to 255 on the night.
We'll take a look at the most recent play that stacked it up, and the key here is the running back and the play action in the backfield. You have some success with your run game. Watch the impact on the BC linebackers, how they attack the line of scrimmage here off the run fake. And what that does is it creates a little bit of room in here, creates levels between the defense, and there you have an open Armonte Edwards because the linebackers got sucked up to the line of scrimmage off play action. Why do you need to establish the run? Because it helps open up the pass.
The Argos right back inside the Lion 5 where they stalled on their last possession. Trying to punch it through this time with Wilder. Fake to Wilder. There's Edwards. Touchdown! Eighth catch of the game for Edwards. Goes over 100 yards and goes into the end zone for the first touchdown.
Well, he didn't quite stick the landing, but he still gets the 6 here. Again, a little bit of play action. Edwards in motion across that formation. And gets lost in traffic a little bit coming behind the big boys. Quick hitter for the score.
Argos have their first lead of the game. And they leave the offense on to go for 2. And try to take a 7-point lead. Three receivers wide side. S.J. Green stays in. Ray on the scramble now, throws it away, incomplete. Pressure coming from the middle linebacker, Solomon Elamimian. So a 5-play touchdown drive, 59 yards, most of it on Monty Edwards.
Yeah, Monty Edwards. All his, and he fittingly is rewarded with the touchdown at the end. There's the big play off the quick slant. Play action, that sets the table. There's the main course.
Two-time Walter Payton Trophy winner. Fans watching on ESPN2 tonight, and they're saying, I remember that guy. He's the guy that beat Michigan.
Yeah, he used to seeing him on the other end of those pass and runs.
But now the Lions trailing for the first time in the game. Chris Rainey loading it up and finding a crease. And Rainey up with his best return around the 40-yard line. Take one more look at the Edwards touchdown.
Well, we talked about that play action, setting things up. Going to see Edwards just on the left side of your screen. David Menard, the defensive end, jumps all the way inside to try and make a tackle on the running back Wilder. That allows Edwards to get his clean release off the edge into the flat for the touchdown.
Touchdown number 298 in Ricky Ray's career, closing in on the milestone of 300. See how Jonathan Jennings responds. Goes right to work. Brian Burnham across midfield and down to the Argo 48-yard line.
And I love the run by Burnham after the catch, recognizing that he's in traffic. We think all the time that all receivers are going to be finesse guys like Stiegel and Climby back in the studio. Brian Burnham just drops his shoulder and channels his inner fullback, if you will.
5 for 57 for Burnham on the night. First down BC. And now airing it out deep, wants Arsenault. Got him! No, Arsenault can't make the catch. Down around the 4-yard line. Step for step was Johnny Sears Jr. Not sure if he got a hand on it at the last second.
Yeah, I mean, a well-placed football from Jonathan Jennings. Looked like Manny Arsenault was about to haul in the Lions' biggest play of the night. Here we see the veteran Johnny Sears. See him watching the receiver's eyes and hands go up. So he reacts and gets his hands in there. Might have been a touch early with the contact.
2nd and 10, Jennings guns that over the middle. And again, a connection to Burnham and a first down BC.
And I always admire the concentration of a receiver. He's able to stay focused on the football. He's got a heat-seeking missile in the form of Jermaine Gabriel closing in on him here.
Half dozen catches for Burnham, 69 yards. Jermaine Gabriel the tackle. First down Lions. Argo 36. And Jennings looking deep for Burnham again. And he brings it down against the newcomer Brandon Harris. So it was an Edwards drive for the Argos. It's a Burnham drive here for the Lions.
Oh, we talked about Brian Burnham off the top, a guy who makes the extraordinary look somewhat ordinary. That's exactly what he does here. Credit to the quarterback, Jonathan Jennings. Gets it to the outside where only Burnham can get it. He walls off the defender, boxes him out, goes up and gets it at his highest point.
7th catch, 102 yards. Flags fly. This play will not get off. Burnham talked about being embarrassed by the Lions' performance last week. Trying to make amends here in week number 2.
BC, number 50. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Kirby Fabian jump, so they'll walk back 5 yards.
Back to the 5-receiver set with the change in field position here.
So first and goal from the 8. And Jennings looking for Rainey in the corner. the Lions get the lead right back.
After the touchdown, roughing the passer, Toronto number 90. Score the touchdown.
Penalty against Cleon Lang, but the touchdown stands for Chris Rainey.
Well, a little bit of X's and O's here. They get Chris Rainey coming out of the backfield. He becomes the number 3 receiver to the field. Puts the free safety on him. A little bit of a mismatch in terms of coverage, and again, Jennings puts the ball in a good spot. Terrific concentration by Rainey to pull that one in.
And the X factor in that Lions offense, Chris Rainey, caps the drive, 6 plays, 70 yards in just under 3 minutes. Didn't take long for BC to get it back. Now they'll go for 2, and they get it. Nick Moore with the catch. And BC has a 3-point lead. Well, the defenses have dominated for most of the night, but not on the last 2 possessions. Rainey and the Lions have the lead. To you by the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition. Get noticed like a pro. First touchdown pass thrown by Jonathan Jennings in 2017. The recipient, Chris Rainey. Well, Edwards has trouble with that in the end zone, and he's going to have to take a knee, concede a single point. That's a valuable extra point for the Lions now, leading 19-15.
We'll take a look back at the play that gave the Lions lead. Chris Rainey, he's going to start off as number 3 to the field. You're going to see the routes. We knew Rainey went on the corner. The other 2 receivers, knowing that they're going to get man-to-man in this territory, they're running short ends, which leaves the whole end zone basically open for Rainey. Gives him all that space with no help, as the other 2 defenders on that side are being held down close to the line of scrimmage. Got matchup against a free safety who's not that frequently in man coverage. And Rainey, one of the fastest guys in the league, wins that battle.
Teams combined for 19 points in the first 45 minutes. Here's Ray slinging. Edwards another catch. Close to a first down up at the 45. 15 points in the last 3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Well, we were calling for the track meet at about 7 o'clock Eastern time tonight. It's just a little late getting started, it seems.
We're working on Pacific time, apparently. Is a first down for Edwards, another catch. He's become the prime target tonight. Short drop Ray, more time underneath. Wilder breaks 1 tackle and doesn't want to go down. Took a hit from Fenner. Elamimian hanging on. And up to the 52-yard line, has 7.
Oh, good coverage on the other receivers, forces Ray to go to the running back. We actually had a check release, checking for pass protection responsibilities, then getting out into the route.
Lots of options in the playbook on 2nd and 3. Pressure, looking for Green, and S.J. Green looked like he played defender there, up against Lucius Purifoy.
I'll keep an eye here on the running back, James Wilder Jr. stepping up in pass protection, meets the defender right in the gap and stands him up. And this is the biggest thing if you want to stay in the lineup. On a Mark Trestman offense, you better protect that quarterback.
Iralahu, short punt. Iannuzzi up beyond the 35-yard line for BC. So just a 29-yarder for Hairulahu. And the Lions with the lead by 4.